Welcome, welcome. I am going to be doing a lab reset today. It's been several weeks, probably close to 2 months, maybe more, since I've done a wash. And after the last wash, I just did a quick cleanup, scooped the material out, but didn't fully rinse everything out or sanitize it. So today we need to do that full reset. We need to get everything nice and clean, sanitized, bags cleaned, and get the rooms ice machine cleaned out, RO container cleaned out, everything refilled and restocked and ready to do a wash. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I'm going to do my best attempt to try and record it all, show you guys, and then have this video available both as a long form video, just raw, no edits, and then hopefully we can get Ocean to go through and edit the whole thing down into nice clips that are compressed, and we'll get the compressed version available on the uploads. Okay, so first we'll just take a look around and show you the current state of things, because that's kind of what matters, like I said, the wash was complete, but did not do any final rinse through or anything. So we've got a little bit of raw material in there still. We need to obviously put some elbow grease in and get that out. Okay. We've got our bag in here. We need to do a proper full cleaning on. Same thing with all of our filter bags here, the Proline bags. Do a full reset on all of those. Then we're going to be running our OxiClean and our sanitizer through the entire loop, through the entire drain system, down there with the pumps, the drain to waste, and the recirc coming back up. Of course, we'll be wiping everything down. Like I said, we'll be draining this entire 220-gallon custom RO reservoir. There's a floor drain back there. And then we'll go ahead and disconnect this and drain it directly into there. The ice machine is already completely empty. We'll go ahead and wipe that out completely. The actual inside of the ice machine was clean and sanitized about 6 months ago. So it's probably due for another one in another couple of months. But because this room is sealed and isn't high use and has good filtered water to start with, it stays really clean on the inside. So AC does need to be cleaned, but we're going to take care of that here in the next time. I don't have my AC bib kit, my AC mini split bib kit. Fucking, that's a mouthful. So we'll wipe down all of the fins and everything, make sure there's no dust. But other than that, that's basically going to be majority of the work. And where do we start when you have so much to do, right? It's pick a spot. For me, I know the first thing that I want to do, I want to get started on getting my bags soaking and cleaning. I want to get my reservoir recirculating and cleaning. And then after that, I can spend time wiping things down, finessing small things. But those are the two main things, bags and reservoir, okay? And then after that, that includes draining that. But we're going to use a good portion of the water that's left in here to do our cleaning, right? We wouldn't use this for hash because it's been sitting for a couple of weeks, but I will use it for cleaning, right? Because I'm going to be adding cleaning agents to it to oxidize the water. So it's going to be clean water for cleaning purposes. But again, I would not use that for hash. So, just as quick notes, when would you want to do this, right? You would want to do this type of cleaning, typically in between washes, right? That would be your standard. You get done washing, you empty everything out, you run your oxidizing cleaning agent through it or your AlkJet, and then after that, you rinse it, you run your sanitizer, and then you either disconnect everything and let it dry, or you leave it charged. However you run it after that. But that would typically happen. If it doesn't, which shit happens, life happens, and you don't always have a chance to get to it right away, then you would just want to make sure that you do this before your next run, right? if your system's been sitting for a long time, even if you cleaned it, it's always a good idea just to run some shit through it again and make sure it's clean and not stagnant. So with that said, I'm going to choose this, which seems small and insignificant to start with. It's just a simple metal bowl. Well, this metal bowl is what I store my hash in between scooping it out of the wash. And I'm also going to be using this to clean my bags. Okay. Like I said, I didn't do what I normally do, which is clean up right away when I was done. There's this bag has what I would consider excess hash on it. Okay. This was a sticky ass run, and you can see there's hash just peeling off of there. So, like, what I'm going to do is take this bag outside, shake it. Most of this stuff will come off, but then I'm going to stick it in this bowl, and it's going to get a pre-cleaning with some isopropyl alcohol to knock some of this hash loose, right? I'm not going to agitate it hard. I'm not going to stick the entire bag in there. I'm literally just going to take the mesh portion of the Proline bag, which is why I love these bags. This whole part of the bag is super clean, antimicrobial. This portion is all we really need to focus on, which allows us to fit a more mesh and less cleaning area, okay? So I could just take this, bundle it up, and even if I had to stick 3 or 4 bags in here, I could do that at the same time because all I'm having to stick in is this last couple inches of mesh, okay? So, again, right outside, just a quick shake. Cool. Pop most of that loose. And then I'm just going to go ahead and adjust the camera for you guys. This is nothing crazy. Look, I'm not doing like anything that you guys probably haven't already seen or done yourselves. I would advise putting on some gloves in case you got a little scratch. You don't want to dry out your fingers. All your typical PPE stuff. I'm not liable for you being retarded. You could do this with like a spray bottle too. Probably be a little bit more efficient if you were like spritzing this on there. But I just have a tiny hole poked in the lid here. And like I said, we're just doing a little pre-cleaning. We're not relying on the ISO to do the actual cleaning, but we are going to rely on it to help it knock loose some of those terps and the cannabinoids and shit that's all stuck on the mesh. The OxiClean is a great cleaner, but it does struggle a little bit when you have resin like that. And I'm really, really gentle too when it comes to washing the bags. I'll literally just stir it around, dip it, dab it. You don't need to do a lot, and you damn sure don't want to be super rough with it. I have a couple more bottles of ISO in the house, so we'll just go ahead and dump this one now. You're going to need it. And look, just a few, and almost all that hash is already gone. Look how much wider that came out already. You see that? That's all you got to do. You don't have to be super rough with that shit. I see a lot of people that ball these up, stuff them in containers, shake the shit out of them. They let them sit for like a day or several hours. And if you're doing that, you're probably doing more damage than good. Okay, so now I can take this over here. And rinse it. And that's pretty much like brand new now. Okay. So we'll sit that there. We're not done with that, but that's all we're doing on that one. Okay. Now I'm going to look for my next worst bag. I think it's this one. So that's just going to, boop. Okay. And then this one. This is just the pre-cleaning, okay? This is just a 91. You could use some 99. It would work even better for sure. But yeah, this is literally just to knock the trichomes off. I had a really greasy wash on the last wash. And no matter how cold it was or how fast I was, it was just getting stuck for the bag, like De Niro Ferrar said, okay? So we're just gonna give these all a little outside. Not always though, you know, only when it needs it. I rarely put ISO on my bags. I rarely need to. Because even if it's like a really greasy run, if I drop them into hot oxy right after I'm done washing, that's usually sufficient. Like I said, on this one, I didn't. I just washed and ran. But look how much of that stained color comes out from doing the ISO dunk before you do the oxy. Okay. Next. So look, here's the before going in. Okay. And look, my ISO is not even clean anymore to start with either. But watch how effective it still is. Also, I don't know if you guys hear it. I have a fan. That's an exhaust fan that runs and pulls air in passively through a HEPA filter. I'm not just in here breathing in ISO fumes and stuff. I'm not raw dogging ISO. So I don't want you guys thinking like I'm in here just huffing these chemicals. Be safe, be smart. That's why I said PPE and stuff. Ventilation. I actually have windows too. I'm about to open in here. It's nice out. I'll probably go grab another bottle of ISO. I'm gonna need it. Now look at the difference coming out already before I even rinse it. And now look at it. Big difference, right? And that's just step one. Step one. Let me go grab some ISO. Be right back. Hey, my piss poor planning. I didn't get gloves, but my wife has some gloves, so I'm going to use hers. But there are mediums, and I wear larges, so you know, there's that. We have some more ISO, so I'm going to go ahead and dump this in the rocks outside now. And we'll continue with the next bag, which is our 45. And if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. Obviously, during the live, I'll be able to answer them for you directly. On the upload version, I will try and do my best to go back through the comments that get posted on the video and answer everything that I can. All right. Remember, you don't need to let these sit too long. Don't be too rough. Good day. What's up, Kenko? Welcome to the stream, Lappin' Night. So Alpha Jet is a non-ionizing low foam cleaner. Because of that, it's very subtle. Whereas ISO, not so much. Well, hopefully, if you guys were wondering how you restore bats, this was helpful. We're almost done now. This is a really bad one, so I'll share this one with you. Check this out. Okay, look at that. Here's a white lid for reference, okay? Okay, and here's the other second to last one. Let's watch how they come out. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's just do 10 seconds and 10 massages. Look at the difference in how it came out. And that's before I rinse it with this water right now. As soon as I rinse it, now, probably couldn't tell the difference of them before, but now can you? Side by side before, it probably looked like, oh, those aren't that bad, right? Now when you see a side by side versus clean, it makes a huge difference. Well, partially clean. Like I said, that was 10 to 12 seconds, and I massaged it softly. What? No, really. I'm working. I'm working. I'm talking about right there. Now, those are pre-clean. Okay. Now I'm going to bring around the rosy, if you will. Check this out. This is my custom riveted bag that I use for recirculating and catching hash. So we're going to go ahead and pull this off the carabiners. Damn. It's a diaper bag. Give me a bit. That I talk to you. There we go. Brand new. Almost. We're almost done. One thing that's been annoying me on my setup that I need to fix is my drain out. Let me see if I can do something about it real fast. Hold on. Before I make a mess. I don't feel like making a mess today. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna plumb it permanently now that I established this setup is good. That should do for now. Oh. Now, I'm gonna get all of this water that we just put in here, that nasty ISO water, and get it out of the pump or out of the vessel. Turn on this big boy. Oh, make it. I unplugged it. Put the fan. Okay, we're gonna wait for that screen to turn on. We're done with this ISO. Don't need this anymore, so we're gonna get rid of this. Cool, and now we're on the hashtag. It's booting up. Once it boots up, we'll go ahead and hit recirculate drain, start. And now that's getting out of here, okay? Right out of that hole, which I need a hard plumb, that's what I was telling you about. And then we're gonna get all up in there, everything. Okay, so rinse that out. We'll stop the drain. Okay. I've got a clean 5-gallon bucket here. We're gonna go ahead and fill this up with hot water. Clean 5-gallon. Hot water. I'm gonna go inside and get it from the bathtub. Hottest water I can get. Then I'm gonna come back in here. I'm gonna show you how we finish off cleaning those bags. You dig? All right. I wish I had hot water plumbed in here, but I don't. All right. You don't need our ring. Take that off. lift up our false bottom, because false bottoms give false realities. It looked clean, right? When I had the false bottom in there, you're like, oh yeah, it just needs to be rinsed out now. That's a lie. That's a motherfucking lie. False bottom's pretty clean. Not a hundo, but it's getting there. But all right. So I brought in a bunch of clean microfiber rags. This is what they're for. This is where you touch everything. The bottom of these feet on this false bottom, they usually get dirty. Microbial growth. That's why they have the silicone antimicrobial feet on them. Wipe all the way around. And then if you want, you could take off this silicone lip too, but I don't. Mine's got food grade silicone epoxy that holds it on. So it's like not even permeable on the inside. I just wipe it off. Okay. All right, cool. Now that's actually clean. We'll set this aside. It'll also go through the OxiClean stuff, but the biggest issue is down inside. Okay. That stuff that was because it was sitting, got stuck on. It's just basically resin, but we need to touch that. You can't just run chemicals through it. You feel me? If you can't touch it, you can't clean it. Period. Can't tell me anything other than that. Okay. So I think I've got a little spot for you guys over here. Oh, no, that's not going to work out as well. Sorry. I'm going to keep you over here. I'm just playing with the camera a little bit. All right. So we're going to get in there and touch that. Okay. And then this is also going to get drained out. So first thing is I'm just going to blast it. Okay. Okay. And then I want to drain this so I'm not soaking my hands. Okay. That is almost completely gone now. So now I'm literally just going to go in there with the ISO and the fucking micro and get after it. This is not where you want to use something abrasive like a sponge with a scrubby on it or a magic eraser. Now, typically those are not going to be abrasive enough to scratch stainless steel. However, you don't want to risk micro abrasions where you're going to create more surface area for those microbes and bacteria to live. Okay. So you always use a soft microfiber. They're really good at removing surface level debris without causing any damage. Now, it doesn't take much either. I'm barely touching the bottom and all of this stuff is wiping away. It's literally just, it's resin from sitting there after the last wash with that little bit of water that was left in the bottom from not fully doing this. Okay. Fill this up so I can rinse it. Drain it. I'm just rinsing this until majority of the ISO's gone now. Julio. Now, if you look in there, it's a different animal. I got one more spot that I just want to wipe down. That was diluted, couldn't hit with ISO, and then we're good. Okay. We're going to turn off our waste pump. We're going to take that bucket of hot water I was telling you I grabbed. Take a fat scoop of this OxiClean. Dump it in there. This is the OxiClean I'm using. This is the one that was actually recommended to me by a homie that hopped in the chat one day. I was using just the original. Okay. And he was like, bro, the green lid, dye-free, fragrance-free. So this is the one I've been using now, and it works great. Okay. So we're basically going to put our false bottom back in. Oh, I don't know if I showed you how clean it is in here yet. But there. Back to pristine. We're good to go. So we'll drop our false bottom in. You know, it's actually clean underneath there. Okay. We'll dump in the 5-gallon bucket of hot water and OxiClean. And then I'm going to go get 2 more buckets full of hot water and dump them in there so that we have enough to recirculate it. set aside now. Get out of the way of the vessel. Put the table over here for now. We need to get up inside this big vessel and clean it before we start circulating. And we got one more load going in here. There it is. Okay. Before we start recirculating that though, we're gonna get that out of the way. We're gonna clean this one up here. Okay? We gotta get up in there, clean all that out. Okay, so that's what we're gonna get into now. Ready? In a bookstore, to the speaking to boys and games of the stars, surrounded by fireflies. Oh, I like to sing on. Wrote too many fairy tales. It's no wonder no one's there. I wanna love like I've seen in movies. That's why I'll never fall in love. No one's so good enough. I wanna love like I've seen in the movies. That's why I'll never. Oh, yeah. Turn off the gloves. This music makes me think of my grandpa. He used to play the trumpet, a couple different types of horns actually. And this was his era of music. So when I would go over to visit him, I'd hear him in the basement practicing for hours. Just playing just fucking good music, man. Jazz, swing. Sometimes even blues a little bit. So this is super relaxing music to me. Remember, if you can't touch it, you can't clean it. There's like one glob of hash stuff on there. Let me sit with ISO for a second. And I'm reaching inside the viewport and everything, like down here, there's a viewport. I'm reaching in there and cleaning that. I'm cleaning around my temperature probe that's broken. I'm reaching into this butterfly valve right here from the inside and cleaning it as far as I can go there. I've got some hash that's in there so good. I gotta fucking hit it with the cart and scrape it real fast. It's like sticky. It's like the actual last blob of hash that was probably gonna come out, and you didn't. That's great. There we go. All right. Well, now we can recirculate the good stuff to clean up inside here and all the hoses. Now I switch my pump from waste to recirculate. Oh yeah, I gotta put a three-way valve on here. It's great. Okay, move this back over underneath it. Open up this valve. Hit the button on the screen. Push it in there because you know that helps. That helps with the whole recirculating thing. That part's important. Don't forget that part. Table's clean. Table clean. It just got power washed. Okay, and that's it. And that is hot water. Okay, the floor got a little wash now. All good. I really don't have much over there. Back the old shit into the yard. This still in the mat, so it's fine. Still in the plastic. I'm gonna hang this somewhere. Cool. Might as well wipe down that table. You just saw me get all wet. So here's that table. There we go. There's a splash zone behind the vessel that's all covered in shit. There we go. That probably will take a magic eraser. Okay. That's good enough. Woo! Cool. This area is pretty clean now. I'll move over. And just so you see, before we even get into it, on. My shit ain't dirty. My shit ain't moldy. My shit ain't nasty ever. Okay? My shit's properly drained and rinsed before it's safe like that. Okay? But we're clean. I did. All right. Let's get it. And even up here, clean. We're clean in here. There's no mold, mildew, all that nasty shit's fucking around in here. We're clean, papas. See, clean. See? I don't know. Apparently, I can't move this camera. I'm sorry. It freaks out if I move it. So I'll put it back and then leave it. But yeah, it's tripping out on me if I move it. Okay? Nothing in there, baby. Nothing in there, baby. Get the scale off of this. Small amount because I use good filtered water, but still. Rinse it real quick. Hose. Nice. Pop this back on. I would take it off just to be sure and double check it's clean inside, you know? Okay. Some of your fucking other favorite hashers wouldn't even fucking know how to open that shit. I don't know what to do. Yeah, man, it's a watch. Okay, and then I'm in here and I'm wiping every area. clean. Hit it with the rinse from the hose. Good to go. All she wrote for that. Now we get back over here. Okay. And go our bags. Remember, we already ISO'd them. We already cleaned both of these vessels, so we didn't have a bunch of gunk flowing through them. The oxy was really just there as a final cleaning, really, for the inside. Dump those bags in. We'll stop the recirc for a second and let this fill up more. And then we'll be able to agitate those a little bit in the oxy. There we go. Nothing rough. The light agitation. Okay. We're going to let those sit for about 10 minutes. And that's going to be the last step of the cleaning on the back before we rinse them. Okay. We're going to go grab some water and take a dab. Okay, we've had a fan up on this table underneath the res blowing the water away. We're going to put it on the floor. You guys are going to come with me. Let me take a little break. Whew. Hot out. Hola, Colas. How you doing? Whew. A lot of work, baby. A lot of work. It's hot in here. If you buy a used ice machine, I'm gonna slap you. Every single fool who has not listened to me and went and got a used ice machine, unless they were themselves a previous HVAC tech and knew how to do a thorough cleaning on it, they regretted it 100% of the time. You have to know how to disassemble them to clean them in the right areas. And then one thing I haven't added on mine, which I would like to if I get back into hashing heavy again, it's called I'm going to butcher it. It's an AICS, an automated ice cleaning system. It's an attachment for the Manitowoc that hooks onto the side. It runs on a schedule and it overrides the motherboard to defrost and drain the unit and then run it through a cleaning and a sanitization cycle internally on the all the components. So you don't have to do it manually. And I'm going to be buying that and installing that eventually. Right now, manual maintenance is fine. I need to clean the outdoor units. They got really dusty over the last couple of months. Dogs laying next to them and pissing next to them and stuff. So I'm gonna really clean up those outdoor units, make sure they're nice and efficient. Buy once, cry once. And trust me, when you guys go on picnics or your wife wants to make margaritas or have a party and you have a couple 100 pounds of ice at your disposal ready to go, she's going to be like, oh, this is actually really nice. I like this. And then you're going to find her going out to your area to get ice from your machine. So just keep that in mind. It's a family investment. You dig? So we'll let those bags soak. We'll go back and then we're going to literally just rinse those as I drain that to waste. So we already recirculated for like 20, 30 minutes with that super hot OxiClean, cleaned the pump and the recirc lines. Now when we pump it through waste, we're going to be cleaning the waste line even too. So literally all the lines get cleaned, all the connections and joints get cleaned. And then I'll take off the butterfly valve, the 90-degree elbow, all of that stuff. And I can drop those in a solution of ISO to get those super, super clean inside and out. But I typically don't like doing straight ISO. That's usually not how it's done in the professional engineering cleaning world. They use a mixture of ethanol, alcohol, ISO, and forgot the other thing. But it makes it so it's not as abrasive to like the seals and grommets that are used. And it doesn't evaporate as fast. Okay, the pounds per day is not important. What's important is your storage container. You understand? If you got a ice machine that does 50 pounds per day, but you have a storage unit of 250 pounds, well, guess what, player? You're going to be good to go. Right? So like my top unit is rated for 490 pounds per day. My bottom unit is a 550 pound storage unit. And they sell smaller storage units if I didn't want to pay as much and lower my overall cost. But obviously, I want it to be able to burn through ice and refill it as fast as I'm going through it, essentially. So I could burn through that whole 500 pounds in a single day, and it'll actively refill. It drops like 7 pounds every 10 minutes or something like that. Brother, I was at one point doing about 50K a week out of here. All right. Let's get this. It's early. I love this. You know, normally I wouldn't even be live until about right now. I've been up for about 5 hours. And we've already got the lab completely cleaned. This is my second live with you guys. I might have to start working East Coast hours again. I'm gonna take this one a little hot because the last one felt like I wanted a little bit more out of it. $7:30. That's good, Closet. Got that second light banging, huh? Bye. All right.
This is that once in a lifetime.
All right, you guys ready? Let's get back to it, huh? Let's knock this out. And we'll come back and take that meltdown. SVP Janitorial Services back in action. Love you. I'm almost done. Okay, I'll be back in a little while. You guys good? Yes, you mean? All three of them hit with it as well. Yeah. Motherfucker, if you don't, I will get over here. Play with me, boy. Oh, the AC's cranking in here, baby. Let's go. Reminds me of good times when the AC's moving. I just needed it to knock the heads off of it. It's like 100 fucking degrees in here. It's down now, too. All right. Go ahead and rinse and drain. You guys ready for these next drops? I'm gonna put you guys up higher. Look at you guys are better. Damn, Gino, hold on. Cable got stuck on something. This little camera is resilient as fuck. Let me say. The amount of times that this thing has taken splash damage, it's impressive. It's highly impressive. It's commendable, even. It's respectable. It's astonishing, even. Miraculous, if you will. Stupendous. Except for that we can have it working. Crispy. That's a waste. Okay. Last step. Black Star. Star Sand. Okay. Phosphoric acid sanitizer. Okay. You don't have to rinse this, but I do. Okay. All. I want to say 1 ounce per 5 gallons of tap water. Okay. Okay. 5 gallons right here. Rinse it first real good. small already on top of that. That's about the best we're gonna get. I think this little straw thing never works right. Just about. That's 1 ounce there. All right. We'll do one more because we need it to be able to fill all the lines and recirculate. There we go. On, but we're going to put it on maximum now. Okay, so that's going to get a little loud. Got both windows open. We're exhausting this place really good. So now we've got everything from the vessel through the drain, through the recirc vessel, through the pump, through the recirc line itself, all sanitized. Now this is just getting yellow from sun exposure itself. You know, there's not much I can do about that. But other than that, we're looking pretty good in here. Cool. So we'll let that run through the lines. $10 minutes, 15 minutes. Put stuff back how I had it. Just as an update, I am still waiting to be able to use my ASCII link to full capacity. I reached out to them and they said that I had to wait for the next big update. And it would be soon. And that was a few weeks ago. I haven't reached back out. I haven't looked for the update. So I don't know if it's there yet. But yeah. It'll be nice to get the full capabilities out of it because right now I don't get notified when the batch is done, so I can't really like get in here right away to do it. I gotta really pay attention to timing and stuff. That's the biggest hold up right now. It still notifies me for like everything else. Does that answer the value question? Like it's not a bad product by any means, but one of the main features that I bought it for has never worked for me. So I do have an older unit, but either way, it's been quite a while, and I don't know. For being a small community project, I was hoping I would get a little bit more support out of that. We'll see. Hopefully they fix it in this next update, you know? But also, hopefully that update doesn't take fucking 2 years to come. I mean, I believed in the product and the people behind it, and I still have faith in them, but, you know, we'll see how things go. I am gonna do like a deeper cleaning in here too, and like organize my last little shelves over here. Get rid of some of these jars I know I'm not gonna use. I need to mount my RO finally. Swap out the filters in it for new filters. And then the last thing that I'll do once I get done circulating this is I'm gonna go and we'll rinse it out, and that'll use up some more water out of this. And then the last thing we'll do is we'll disconnect it and drain it. So this goes, I don't know if you can see, but it foams up a little bit. Low volume down there, so it's even more foamy in up here. Cool. So we're pretty much done now. This has been going for a minute now, and we can go ahead and start going through the drain on this and rinsing it all out, and we'll be good. Okay. Okay, we'll stop recirculating. Let it drain. This is the last struggle right here, just getting the foam out. Almost gone now. All right, let's see if we can get rid of all the foam now from here. There's a lot of foam in this one. Pump fluid when it can, and then I disconnect down here at the bottom at the butterfly valve and drain it at the floor. That gets everything out of it. I got chocolates on, so I'm going outside right now. Now I can try to get every last little drop out of here. Why you fuck boy? Oh, you're gonna die now. You're gonna die. Should we just stay outside where you can live? Eat shit another day. Beautiful. How do you get ants fly flew out right when I was about to close it? Waiting. Okay, vessel's clean, lines are clean. I am going to drain my research line. This one gets drained. There's a check valve over here, so I have to. Okay, after the check valve. And that is drained. And this one, I'm just going to put the clean water through it to rinse it. You're going to let that sanitizer out of it. I can just hang dry. All right, the very last thing that we're going to do, for right now anyways, is empty the big vessel. Okay, the water vessel. I'd have to go get another microfiber. No, I'm going to. These are all dry for the most part. I need a little bit more time. But we can start emptying this. I need to move these things out of the way though. I'll get them. Where? Go get the chocolate dog. Get from behind me. Hold on, I gotta handle it business. Fucking guy. Now you wanna run? Are you fucking with me? You'll get it later. Ugh. Okay. Show you how we do this. We are draining now, straight into the drain that goes underneath the shed and to the house drain. So we're good to go. Red is waistline, correct. So you see over there? Draining straight into there now. And then as this empties, I'll clean the floor around it, power wash it, clean the inside, wipe every surface, disinfect it. And then I'm gonna service my RO, swap out my filters and all of that good stuff, mount the RO, and then we'll get the vessel refilling. We'll get the AC on. We'll get the ice machine going, and we'll be good to go, ready to rock and roll. Like I said, I would like to do my AC, my mini split, and clean it and douche it, but I need to order the bib kit for it so I can do it properly without making a mess, especially since I have power right underneath there. I'm going to go ahead and close my windows, turn my exhaust intake down. Look at that. Just makes you want to. Oh, it's so blank in there. Oh, hold on. Oh, there you go. Love a clean hole. Bags are cleaned. We'll wipe down all the walls real good. Wipe down the storage container for water. Polish some of the stainless steel in here. There's that type of intake. And really the last bit of house cleaning is this stuff. One cabinet and random boxes of jars and shit. Got the table cleaned, behind the vessel, underneath the vessel. Wipe down the pump. The ice machine, inside and out. All of our stainless steel is cleaned and ready to wash. Ash stuff right there. Go take a dab and call it a day in here, huh? That's solid work. Solid work. Don't need the tripod anymore. Guys, sit right there for a second. I gotta grab the RO and bring it in. I don't want to leave it outside. Whew. Oh yeah. service the fuck out of this thing. Oh yeah. Cause what the fuck? Yeah. My UV has all this salt accumulation on it. What's behind number one? Weed that I didn't even know was in here. Cross factory weed. A whole bag of it. A whole legitimate bag of Frost Factory weed. Nope, this is so bad. It's so bad. So bad. It's been like 100 degrees in there. Oh, it's so, ew, yeah, that's trash. That's straight trash. That's doo-doo trash. Ooh, nasty. Daddy's here. Uh-huh. The tone has changed. As I walk through the door, the aura has shifted. Ominous presence has emerged from a dark cloud. Ooh, man. Man. Let me take a dab now. Okay. So that was like a deep cleaning, and I took time to explain it. So usually that whole process doesn't take that long. You know, usually you guys see it's like an hour at the end of a wash. In my case, I had to scrub a little bit of stuff with the microfiber because it sat for a while. So that added, you know, some time to the process. But point is, it takes you like an hour to 2 hours of solid cleaning between your washes to make sure that you have a super clean and sterile environment to do that wash. And it makes a big difference in the quality of your product. Yeah, I'll get the rest of the room fully cleaned, like the shelving and the boxes and all that extra stuff. And just truly minimize the rest of the room. I want to move where the bags hang or move the reservoir away from the wall a little bit. So that way, when I hang the bags there, they don't drip into the res or on top of the res. You know what I mean? Double check on the Star San. Acid and plastic is not always a safe combination. May be fine, it may not be fine. I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Good question, and way to be forward thinking on that, so you don't, you know, make a potentially dangerous mistake. I don't like when it does that. I don't like when it does. That means there's some residual oil in there. It's probably in the pillar, because I didn't torch the pillar separately. Yeah, it was. Now I gotta fucking overheat it to that go away. It's like right there on the cusp of burning off on the inside of the pillar. Okay. So you can use ISO is only for resinous cleanup, okay? For anything else, you should be using a low foaming cleaning agent like you can use Green Clean or what's it called? Simple Green. I mean, Simple Green is a great one. Simple Green is really good for like your reservoirs and stuff, and then thoroughly rinse it, and then do like a light bleach solution, like you said. ISO gets expensive, especially because you have to use a large volume of it for certain cleaning projects. You use Clorox on your bags? Or are you just using ISO on the bags only? No Clorox on bags. Oh, Alcojet. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, Alcojet works great too. Cheers. Your boy has got to go be even more productive, but in other areas of life now. So thank you guys for joining, hanging out. Hopefully we'll get to put together a what do you call it? Compressed version of this. Maybe Ocean, you want to clip it? You want a clipping job, Ocean? I hit you up. All right, y'all. Peace.